Welcome back, guys. We're back with another lesson on Douglas Vandrick's channel. We're doing Understanding Randomness.
Let's go! All right. So like we've done in the past, anything that's up here that's not on your slides, make sure you write down. So you get your first 5 out of 5 grade for the new quarter. So you can walk out of here today with a 100 in this class, right? Only way to go but down. All right, excellent. So you want me to turn there down? Yeah, I got you. All right. I know. So Aaron, sorry, I have a number down. I got you. See, different things. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So we're going to do chapter 11 this week. It's very quick. All right. We're going to talk about some things from chapter 11 in a lecture very quickly right now. Then we're going to do an activity on flipping coins. All right. Tomorrow we'll do some examples, things to do with that. And then Friday, it's a short class because it's a half day. We will take a quiz over chapter 11. We did skip 9 and 10. Correct. We're not doing 9 and 10 in this class. If you'd like to read them on your own, feel free. All right. What's up, Tyree? Just a quiz. Just a quiz. It's a 26-minute class. Just a quiz. The quiz will take you no more than 15 minutes max. A short little quiz. All right. It's all good. I promise. It's going to be okay. All right. Keep that 100, Tyree. Keep that 100. All right. So there are two things that make random selection fair. Two things that we focus on when we do this. Nobody knows what's going to happen before it happens. Okay? And usually, again, usually, not always, usually there's a set of outcomes that are equally likely to happen. So we're going to do a lot of work today with flipping a coin. How many outcomes are there? Two. What are those outcomes?
Heads or tails.
Very good. Do you know what's going to happen before you flip it?
No.
No. Is it equally likely to be heads or tails? Yes. Okay, so that's what randomness is ultimately doing for us. Okay. All right. Now. Oh, not went too fast. Sorry about that. Sorry, my bad. Everybody looking at home, sorry about that. Taking notes, my bad. All right. Are there any questions so far about randomness? Okay. Tyree, got it. All right. Just fill in what you got. Okay. Now, we use randomness in this class to help us. Okay? We cannot, usually because of time or money, do everything that we would like to do in the world of statistics. So we use randomness to help us simulate something that is going to or will happen in the world. Okay, so we view randomness as a good thing. A lot of people in society that you might run into, bless you, view randomness as a negative or something that is not a good thing. Okay, but in this class, randomness is great. That's actually what allows us to do almost everything we do in this class is because of randomness. Okay, now we're going to use something today called a random number table. All right, you can also go online to random.org and get a random number generator. And all of those are random enough for our purposes. So you'll notice in here, when you talk about computers producing random numbers, technically they're not random because somebody wrote a code. All right, but what we do is we say in this class that's good enough, and we call that pseudo-random. So right here you might see pseudo-random. This word here, oops, doozies. Come out, pseudo-random right here. And that's good enough for this class. Okay? Pseudo-random because technically, if you went online to a random number generator, there was a human who wrote the code to get those random numbers. So they're technically not random. Because any human can't be random. We can't be random.
So
Okay.
pseudo means it's not.
Pseudo means it's like fake random, but it's random enough.
Okay.
Okay? Random enough, so we're fine. So today we're going to use the random number table. I'm going to give you literally just lines of numbers. Good enough to use those. Okay? Pseudo. All right. Let's keep going. Now, every time we run a simulation, And especially tomorrow when we're getting ready for the quiz on Friday. All right, because on the quiz on Friday, I'm going to make sure you mention these three things. You need to mention what's going to consist of a trial for your simulation, what's going to be a component, and then ultimately, what are you measuring? That's your response variable. And that response variable is something we've talked about in the past, but in this case, it's a different context. A different context. Okay? So we have the sequence of events. That's called a trial. And what we're going to use today is we're going to use these random numbers to help us simulate flipping a coin. And the building block, so what the numbers actually represent on the random number table, that is called a component. Okay? And we'll say how many times we're going to flip the coin. That's going to be our trial. When we finish a trial, we always write down something. That is our response variable. Alyssa, question? No? Okay. Now, once you write down these three things, and usually what I do is I use a sentence or two to mention all three, and I'll show you tomorrow what I mean by that. Kind of, right? You can think of it like that, trial component response variable. I don't need to see, like, the order doesn't matter. I'm just looking for all of this information. And ultimately, Alyssa, the idea is if somebody else in Cristo Rey Jesuit were to pick up your paper and read your sentence or sentences, could they run the simulation in the way that you want them to? Is it detailed enough that they can do it? That's ultimately my kind of benchmark. That's my checkpoint. All right. Okay, so let's talk about the last slide, the steps. And we're going to show you today how to do this with flipping a coin. Okay? So we're going to identify the component that's going to be repeated, and in that case, it's going to be flipping our coin. We're going to explain how we're going to model the component's outcome. All right, we're going to look at how many times do we flip a coin. What are we writing down? Okay, personally, we're going to write down, bless you, the number of heads out of 100 flips. Okay, we're going to write down the number of heads out of 100 flips. Out of 100, yes. All right, we're going to run several trials, 100 trials. And then we're going to look at what happened with all of us running it individually. Are there any questions about randomness so far? Because I'm going to do a little story time here once we're all finished. Everybody good? Okay.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. Like, subscribe, and comment, and we're out.